The things that a real man should never do: disrespect or degrade others. Respect is a cornerstone of a true man's character. It's not just about how you treat those in authority or those you look up to, but how you treat every single person, regardless of their background, status, or relationship to you. A real man never disrespects or degrades others, whether through derogatory comments, offensive language, or dismissive attitudes. This also applies to relationships. Using intimidation, manipulation, or any form of emotional or physical abuse is the complete opposite of being a real man. Strength isn't shown in overpowering others, but in lifting them up and treating them with dignity. Lie, cheat, or steal. Honesty and integrity are integral to building trust and respect. When a man resorts to lying, cheating, or stealing, it not only reflects poorly on his character, but also undermines the foundations of any relationship, whether personal or professional. A real man understands that his word is his bond. He stands by his commitments and faces the consequences of his actions. This doesn't mean a man won't make mistakes. What sets him apart is how he owns up to them and strives to correct his behavior. Jerk responsibility. A real man takes responsibility for his actions, words, and obligations. He doesn't look for scapegoats or shy away from accountability. Whether it's taking care of family, fulfilling commitments at work, or simply owning up to a mistake, a man shows his strength by being reliable and trustworthy. A man who habitually avoids responsibility or blames others for his shortcomings reveals a lack of maturity and character. Show arrogance or condescension. Confidence is admirable, but arrogance is toxic. A real man understands the difference and avoids crossing the line. Being arrogant or condescending towards others only alienates people and reflects insecurity. A confident man is secure in his abilities and respectful of others, while arrogance masks self-doubt with an inflated sense of self-importance. It's a false bravado that erodes relationships and prevents genuine connection. A real man builds others up, never tearing them down to inflate his own ego. Ignore emotional and mental health. Traditional concepts of masculinity have often glorified suppression of emotions and internal struggles. This tough-it-out mindset, however, is neither healthy nor sustainable. A real man understands that seeking help for emotional or mental health issues is not a sign of weakness, but one of strength. Ignoring mental health can have serious consequences, both personally and for those around you. It takes courage to be vulnerable and to ask for help. A real man knows that looking after his mental well-being is just as important as maintaining physical health. Engage in reckless behavior. Recklessness might be perceived as daring or bold, but it's far from responsible or courageous. Whether it's substance abuse, dangerous driving, or engaging in criminal activities, reckless behavior puts oneself and others at risk. A real man has the discipline and foresight to make decisions that reflect self-control and consideration for the well-being of those around him. Recklessness, on the other hand, often stems from insecurity or a desire to impress others in a superficial manner. A real man doesn't seek validation through risky stunts. He seeks respect through wise actions. Disregard the feelings and opinions of others. A man who dismisses or belittles the feelings and opinions of others is not only inconsiderate, but also closed-minded. Real strength lies in being empathetic, open, and willing to listen. This doesn't mean a man has to agree with everyone, but he should be able to respect and acknowledge differing perspectives. Disregarding others' feelings, especially in close relationships, erodes trust and weakens bonds. A real man values constructive dialogue and sees the strength in compromise and understanding. Be unfaithful in relationships. Fidelity is a crucial aspect of trust in any relationship, whether romantic or otherwise. Being unfaithful or disloyal undermines the very foundation of a partnership and is a clear sign of disrespect and dishonor. A real man understands the value of commitment and works to nurture and uphold the trust that's been placed in him. When faced with challenges in a relationship, a man should confront them with honesty and transparency, rather than seeking solace or gratification outside the partnership. Hold grudges or seek revenge. Holding grudges and seeking revenge are signs of immaturity and a lack of emotional control. A real man knows that these behaviors are toxic and self-destructive. Instead of harboring resentment or plotting retaliation, he works towards resolution or simply lets go. This doesn't mean accepting or tolerating harmful behavior from others, but choosing to move forward in a way that reflects maturity and self-respect. Forgiveness and personal peace are signs of strength and wisdom. Fail to grow and learn. Stagnation is the enemy of growth. A real man never stops learning, evolving, and striving to become a better version of himself. He embraces new experiences, learns from his mistakes, and constantly seeks to improve his skills and understanding. Whether it's through formal education, self-improvement, or introspection, a man who fails to grow is holding himself back. Real strength lies in the humility to acknowledge that there's always more to learn. Being a real man isn't about fitting a stereotype or living up to someone else's expectations. It's about cultivating integrity, respect, and strength in character. Avoiding these negative behaviors doesn't just make a man real in the eyes of others. It creates a life of authenticity, honor, and fulfillment. By striving to embody these qualities, a man sets an example for those around him and leaves a legacy of positive influence.